Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Meet Your Neighbours, and this is episode 3, and I'm really pleased to have a lady on the show today, and a lady that I promised way back that I would do a Meet Your Neighbours on, and we didn't quite make it last year, but I'm really pleased that we have the opportunity to do it this year. This year. So I'd like to welcome VaultGirl. How are you, VaultGirl?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me to do this with you.
It's an absolute pleasure, and I've got to know you probably in the last 6-8 months, it's fair to say, and we have a few giggles together at times.
My obsession, yeah.
But I do appreciate your support for my channel, and so I wanted to reciprocate that with bringing you on this show, and hopefully this will help your channel as well. So for the viewers at home and viewers in the wide world, can I ask you where on planet Earth you reside? Where are you living at the moment?
I am in Pennsylvania.
And where is that? What kind of area is that? Are you living in a kind of town, city, country?
We're in on the outskirts of Philly. It takes us probably about a half an hour to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more rural, but still within a smaller town.
Okay, and is that where you were born, VaultGirl?
Oh, no. No, I was born in Mississippi, but my parents were in the service, so we kind of traveled everywhere.
Okay.
And lived in Germany for about 4 years during my childhood, and then we came back, settled in Michigan, and then moved to West Virginia, and I lived there for a good 20-some years.
Wow, you would know 76 well then.
I do. I know the map very well.
So what age were you when you traveled to Germany?
Oh, I was in first grade. So I was about 8 or 9, I think.
Wow, was that exciting? Did you find that exciting?
It was gorgeous there. We did so much, and I would love to go back. It was just an amazing time of my life. Really?
That's great to hear. So, in essence, are you a country girl, or are you a city dweller? Where do you kind of sit on the scale of where you prefer to be?
I am more of a country girl. I fit in the city, but my heart's in the country.
And why do you think that is?
Just that style of life, the providing for your family, canning your own food products, and just like knowing where your food comes from and what goes in it. I'm not a prepper by any means. I just like to know what I'm feeding my family. Yeah. And that's part of why I do my cooking series is, to show that, it doesn't take a lot of time to make a meal from scratch.
No, that's true.
And for it to be good.
That's true, and we'll get onto your cooking series, which I'm a fan of in a little while. So, okay, so how long have you actually been doing YouTube?
Since October. I think it was like October 1st. I put up my first video.
And how was that? I know we I think you were on Gary and Mikey's show before that, and they were kind of encouraging you to do it from memory.
Yeah, I put it up on the Monday before the podcast. Was my first video, and it was a little slow there at first, but I've built up to where I'm putting things up every day. Fantastic. Now, and you've kind of trying to.
You got the addiction.
Yeah, a little bit. I've
got to say though, your channel is going really strong at the moment. Really strong. I'm really happy to see you getting as many people viewing and subbing to your channel at the moment as possible.
I've been shocked at how fast it's grown, honestly. I really have.
I don't know why, because you do put out some great content. Can I get you just to outline what your channel is about, what kind of content you have up on your channel, etc.?
Sure. Right now, I do the cooking videos and I do my gaming videos, but it's more like open world RPG
Mm-hmm.
kind of games are what I'm more interested in. I have a few others. I want to bring in a retro gaming weekend eventually. I've got to get my Elgato set up and get that running.
Yep.
And I just did my first live stream. That was an experience,
Yeah,
but
that was yesterday. How did you find it? I know you were a little bit nervous beforehand, but I think
I was very nervous about it. I've been on other streams.
hmm
I've played on other streams, but I wasn't the host,
yeah,
and it makes a big difference.
yes, it does.
So hopefully, I'll get more comfortable with that.
It looked fantastic yesterday. As you know, I stayed for most of it, and it was you done extremely well. And it's always the thing, getting the first one of those out the way is good to get under your belt, but it can be quite. And I don't think people just consume the content, and they realize what goes on behind the scenes, and maybe you have a very cool persona in front, but it's like that. It's like that analogy with the duck. The feet are above the water, very calm, and below the water, the feet are going very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get that.
And so how did you end up linking up with Plasma? And is that just because you're on the same network together, or?
We right before the beta came out, I found out he was on PS4, and I asked him if he wanted to play 76 together.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before that, we started doing a few like collaborative builds. Not he would like build at one place, and I would build at the exact same place with a theme
Mm-hmm.
in mind, and then we would release them and upload them on the same night,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Okay.
And then we started playing the beta together, and we just have enjoyed playing with each other so much that we were looking for other games outside of that.
Fantastic. And I think if Plasma is listening, big shout out to Plasma, and I would like to get him on this show as well, because I'd like to hear a little bit more about him as well. But I think as a combination, the two of you were hilarious yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, we get into a lot of mischief.
As it's very similar to Mikey and I, actually. We get in a lot of stuff too. So the name VaultGirl, where does that kind of originate from?
The first time I played Fallout 3, when I walked out of the vault, I said, I want to be a Vault Girl. So that's kind of where my name came from. Just how much I love the Fallout series, and just that first experience in Fallout 3. It was
Mm-hmm.
my first time ever playing a Fallout game, and you walk out and they have that big panoramic kind of wow moment that
Yep.
they like to do,
Yep.
and there was no quest objective, and it kind of reminded me of Morrowind, how they're like, yeah, you need to take this note to Balmora, but there's kind of no quest marker, and I love that. That's the kind of game I miss playing. And even though you can say Skyrim is the same as Morrowind, but it's not.
Yep.
There's so much more to Morrowind
Yep.
than what people realize.
Yeah, I agree. It's not one I've played, and I must admit I've only just recently started playing Skyrim, but I totally get your description of Fallout 3 and coming out the vault, and what kind of experience that you probably are looking for, because I think everybody in Fallout 4 was a bit like that as well, as you come out the vault, and you're right, Bethesda do it deliberately, so you get that oh wow moment, and then it kind of entices you into the game.
Yeah.
So are you happy with the format with your channel at the moment, or what's the kind of, you did kind of partly answer this, but what's the kind of future direction you'd like to go in?
I think I want to definitely, the streaming is another step forward, but I kind of just want to play it by ear and see where it goes. It's more for me a hobby that I love doing, because I'm just showing off things that I love to do on a daily basis.
And I know that's fantastic. I think that's a great idea. So, what is it that attracts you to gaming? What is it about gaming that you love?
I have been gaming since before there were video games. It's just something I have done all my life. It was a big thing in my family to get together when we would go camping and play card games. I used to play a mean hand of cribbage. My grandma would get so mad when I'd beat her, but I'm from the Pong generation.
Yes, so am I.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I can.
And people are probably like, "What's Pong?"
I can remember before video games were invented, so yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just always been a huge love and something I encouraged my children to get into, and they're very big gamers as well.
That's good. That's great. I'm lucky. So it's only one of the kids is a gamer, but he loves his PlayStation, and he's got the bug. He's got Dad's bug, so it's good. So we're go on. Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
So we're going to finish with some quick fire questions. And, we might elaborate on some of these, but what was the first video game you ever played?
Pitfall.
I remember Pitfall.
I love Pitfall.
And
yeah.
what system, can you remember what system you would have played that on?
The Atari 2600.
Oh yeah, I had one of those too. Now we're going back. How about the first video game you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, wow. Mario for the Nintendo.
Fantastic. What, the first Mario, yeah? The original?
Yep. Super Mario Brothers.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's your favourite video game?
Morrowind.
And why?
I like the fact that there are basically no quest markers, that you really have to go out there and explore to find your quest objective. There's just something very nostalgic about Morrowind that, I maybe every once in a while I won't play it for 5-10 years and totally forget the story, but as soon as I go back into it, it all comes back, and like this feeling of coming home kind of comes over me. It's really hard to explain, and it's really shaped the way I play video games now. I think I said this before on Mikey and Quick Smoke's podcast, but the reason I never put my back to the door and I'm always like in a corner when I go to bed just because of Morrowind, because you would be attacked in the middle of the night. And it's like I couldn't figure out why I did that until I started playing it again this summer, and it's like, that's why I do it.
So it's that crossover into the kind of, you're really into the game, and it's really, you're really immersed. The immersion's really, that's.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So there might be a different answer for this one, but what's your favorite video game series?
Dragon Age.
Really? And why do you like Dragon Age so much?
There's something about the storyline that just really draws you in, and you really care about the characters that they created and the world they created. And it's like, one of my most anticipated games is Dragon Age 4.
Yep.
And hopefully there's a chance that they get to make it. And it's a big tie there with Mass Effect, because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan as well.
Fantastic. And finally, last question. First concert you ever went to?
Oh, when I was in college, it was, I think it was The Doors that we went and saw.
What? Wow, that's
Yeah.
you got that's huge cred.
Yeah.
Wow, the doors. And how were they?
They were really good.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
I bet they were. Wow. I'm so jealous now. I love the doors. They just, yeah, it's very sad how Morrison ended up, but
Yes.
it's a really great band. Okay, VaultGirl, you can relax now. That's the the interrogation is over. And thanks so much for doing this.
Oh, no problem.
I hope you've had a little bit of fun with the chat today. So guys, please go and show VaultGirl's channel some gaming for XP love. I will leave a link down in the description, and go and give her some likes, some comments, and if you really do like her stuff, like I love her cooking videos, and you're using the Fallout 4 book, is it? And also, I think there's one from Elder Scrolls or something.
I just got the Skyrim cookbook, yeah.
Skyrim, okay.
Yep.
If you really love what she does, hit that subscribe button for her, and we really would appreciate you helping VaultGirl to grow. And as small content providers, we do rely on continual growth to keep putting the content out. So thanks so much, VaultGirl. That was a great interview. Thank you for being part of this series.
Well, thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. And guys, if you go on, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was to say, I love you to death, G4. It's my comments on your videos show, I hope.
They do, and I do appreciate your continued support. And we do have a little bit of plastic, a little bit of fun despite your plastic obsession at the moment. But we won't talk about that too much. So guys, if you want to get involved in the series, all you have to do is just send me a message or leave a comment below. I'm happy to come and interview you, as we have with VaultGirl. You do have to be part of the Discord community though, and there's always a link to the Discord server down below in the description, and it's an open invitation, so it's not hard to become part of the community. Once again, thanks VaultGirl, and we will catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!